Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers, 11,888 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen. And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly used the word affordability, a word. They just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
I'm telling y'all, whoever was working the cameras that day, they deserve a raise. Simply because, man, they was capturing the right faces at the right time. They knew what they was doing. Yeah, man, we're going to have to pause right here for a second. Let me say this real simple. When the president looks across the aisle and says, hey, stand up for American citizens, which is not what he said in this particular clip, but, you know, it's the whole overall uproar. And when he says that and half the room freezes, the Democrats, that's not disagreement. That right there is quite literally exposure. You don't think that's them exposing themselves? Because clapping for your own people shouldn't require party approval. Now, here's where it shifts, because some people didn't just stay seated. You know, Democrats can't stay seated. They reframed the whole moment entirely.
What did you think about that moment when the president was asking Democrats to stand up for American citizens during that part of the speech when he was talking about immigration and immigration enforcement efforts?
I think you can agree with the what, like standing up for American citizens, but I disagree with the how. And so it's always about how do we bring our country together, but not stand on the backs of others. There's thinly veiled racist language, anti-immigrant language in what he was asking, and that was uncomfortable.
What did you think about that moment when the president...
Basically, it felt racist and uncomfortable. Standing up for Americans made you uncomfortable? Think about that. Not a policy, not a bill, not a budget line. Standing for Americans. Man, and black Americans, they saw the fracture. Because that's exactly where it is. Because here's the thing nobody says out loud. You can disagree with Trump all day. But when someone says put citizens first, America first, and your instinct is to sit down, you doggone right we're going to start asking some questions and raising some eyebrows. And when the camera's panning into the room, those questions multiply. I want you to look at this.
You know something? Donald Trump just checkmated the entire Democratic Party. And it's very disgusting that y'all showed y'all true colors.
One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
You know what I find interesting? It's not one Democrat stood up. Not only did you not stand up, but Ilhan Omar and your friend right next to you, you decide to shout and holler and yell at the president while he's talking. Yeah, you don't give a rat's behind about us as Americans. You just used us for your votes to get into office and help out your buddies in other countries. Just anti-America. I don't even understand how any of them, all of them need to go. All of them. Look at what Ilhan Omar and her friend decided to do.
That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminals. many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
I love how the chicks was talking about Alex and Renee Good. But what about her?
Or him.
Or her?
Or her.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Crazy when you see that going on, right? If you're not here to serve the American people, why is it okay to benefit off of our votes?
Come on now. Comment USA down below and hit that like button.
And follow for more.
Now, that right there was powerful. It was powerful, man.
You know something?
Hold on now. Relax. And it wasn't subtle. When grieving families stand and you don't, it doesn't read like protest. It reads like priority. And perception is power. I talk about that all the time. Black voters have been loyal for decades, but loyalty is a two-way street. If the energy feels one-sided, people are going to notice, and they're going to start talking. And when they start talking, guess what you get? This.
That was quite the speech, wasn't it? Let me start off by saying something very clearly. If you have any degree of common sense, if you have the ability to think critically and use logic, the only conclusion you can draw from tonight's State of the Union address is that the modern radical Democrat Party hates America. And I do not say that lightly. I wish I could say I was surprised. I wish I could say I can't believe they didn't stand up for X reason, Y reason, Z reason. Trump literally gave them the opportunity to stand up and admit that one of the roles of government, one of the biggest roles of government, is to protect American citizens. And what did they do? They sat on their hands like they are known to do, like they have continued to do. Every time they have had power, they have allowed individuals to run roughshod over the average American and dare you to call them out on it. One of the best things he did was actually call them out and allow individuals to see this contrast for themselves, because all too often you'll see leftists engage in this weird war of words, right, where they try to couch or phrase things differently to make it appear more palatable. They are masters at this. This is one of the hallmarks of cultural Marxism, is trying to change the definitions of things, trying to make things sound more appealing to the average everyday person, right? But you're going to sit there now and tell me that Democrats could not be bothered to stand up and admit that their job is to protect American citizens, particularly over illegal immigrants. They can't do that, right? They won't stand up for the 5-year-old girl who almost lost her life at the hands of an illegal immigrant who was given a driver's license here in this country. They consistently prove to you time and time again that the last thing they care about is the average everyday American. And yet they think that they are entitled to walk these halls of power. They think that they should be allowed to form and create these rules and these laws. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that the State of the Union address has not devolved into a little bit of political theater. I mean, it started off with Al Green, literally the festering boil on Houston, Texas, showing up with a sign that said black people aren't apes. Who told you that they were apes in the first place, Al Green? Let me ask you that question. But honestly, Al Green, ironically enough, is probably the strongest argument against the statement he even made this evening. But I digress. These people are not serious. These people do not care about you. And these people will prove to you time and time again that all they want to do is stand against American progress. They cannot be bothered to put your needs first. And they pretend that they care about America at all. It's almost as if, it's like if you would imagine a vampire being forced to hold a cross. That's them holding American flags. I tuned in before the speech actually started, and there was some State of the Swamp event that they were holding, right? Of course, it was attended by the usual suspects like Mark Ruffalo was there and a couple others. He literally had, I think it was Maxine Dexter. She's one of the crazed individuals from Portland, Oregon. I cannot make this up to you. She literally had individuals behind her in inflatable frog costumes. And they're pretending that they're foot soldiers on the front lines of some imaginary war that they made up, right? Because to them, and you saw Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, a few others, you saw them very blatantly prove they don't care about Americans. They really do think they're the good guys. I don't know how you master the art of mental gymnastics to this degree that you sit there yelling at the president when the president is telling you how he's literally had to undo much of what you did. And let's make no mistake. The average leftist always seems to forget this, but this is probably one of the biggest overarching themes they need to grapple with. All they had to do was let Trump win in 2020, the election that he actually won that was stolen from him. If they just let him win, they wouldn't be dealing with this right now. But they couldn't help themselves. They had to sit down. How can we stop the counting in these few swing states and get Biden in there and then literally throw open the doors at the southern border and let all these people in, right? And allow American citizens to lose their lives because we are prioritizing illegal immigrants. Trump went so far as to even classify fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction and has talked about how it has contributed to the average American's lives, losing their lives. Talking about young women. You know, this is the party that claims to be all for women, right? Oh, we care about women so much, believe all women, right? But then they're going to let these individuals in who actually cause young American women to lose their lives. And they sit there with a straight face and dare you to call them out on it. These people are evil. These people are morally bankrupt. These people will not stop until they have completely gotten you under their government boot. And what's funny is they're going to sit there now. They would watch this video, right? And they would call me the bootlicker, right? That's what they do. They've perverted the English language to such a degree that individuals who actually stand up for common sense are now deemed radicals by their side. These people are shameless. These people will exploit you. This is not what the founding fathers ever intended. You know, I think the strong case can always be made for term limits, but one of the most poignant lines of Trump's speech was the fact that barely one generation, one lifetime, separated the individuals who were awarded with various awards this evening, even the 100-year-old gentleman who got the presidential, I believe it was the Medal of Freedom. So when he was born, basically one generation before him was when Thomas Jefferson, the founding fathers, were here setting this country on its course. I cannot help but think that the founding fathers would be so disappointed. They would be flabbergasted that
I agree. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and retweet this and on my X account. Make sure y'all follow me at Kingdom Reacts on X, and for y'all to be able to see the full video because it's another 5 minutes attached to this. Yeah. But he went on to talk about his daughter as well. And he said he went on to say he was thinking about his daughter's future. And stuff like that. But that's to me not politics. That's fatherhood. Definitely when a man says that. You can either, debate. You can't really debate that with talking points, rather. You either connect to it or you don't. And if you don't, you lose him. And when you lose him, you lose the room. But the room didn't just shift online. It spilled outside. I want you to watch what happens when the pressure actually leaves the chamber.
Why do you think the Democrats have abandoned the black community for illegal aliens? Joy, I noticed you got rid of your Trump haircut, but you're still cultural appropriating the blonde. You're still cultural appropriating the blonde. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Is that how you talk to your mother? Hey, Trump loves you. Trump loves you, Joy.
Fuck you.
Trump loves you, Joy. There's a cure. It's called MAGA. It's called MAGA.
Fuck you.
Jesus loves you, brother.
Yeah, good love you.
Jesus loves you.
So I'm going to go ahead and stop it. There's a lot of vulgar language going on right here. But y'all watching it carefully. Joy, she wasn't being pressed about Aroma. She was being pressed about black voters leaving. That's the nerve. That's the sensitive spot. And when the finger, goes up, that's not strength. That's frustration. And of course, I'm pointing this finger up, but it was another finger that she used. That frustration, man, The shift isn't loud. It's quiet. It's in barbershop. Shout out to my barber. Y'all see he got me right today. It's at kitchen tables. It's in group chats. It's not screaming on some news media platform. It's just moving. And when that movement builds, the response gets louder. Sometimes it actually looks like this.
I want to know, who are these people? Who do they think they are? 73 Democrats who are boycotting the president's State of the Union address. Who do y'all think y'all are? I'm tired of y'all. Who do y'all think y'all are? Y'all mad about everything because you can't control anything. You understand? You hurt everybody because you want what you want. You have been hired by the people and for the people. Who are you? You are supposed to respect the office. Even if you don't agree with everything that President Trump is doing, who do y'all think y'all are? Who nurtured you? Who made y'all feel like this is okay? Where are y'all family members? Nobody in y'all family ain't telling y'all that y'all are in error? How did y'all get in these chairs? I don't even know. You're dumb as a box of rocks. You're disrespectful. It's all out get up. I don't know who y'all think y'all are, but I'm a little bit sick and I'm a little bit tired of y'all. I'm tired of talking around y'all. I'm talking to y'all. Every one of you. You can make an excuse for everything y'all do. The Epstein files come out. Let the files come out. Show us the files. He released them. And now y'all in the files. And now you got every excuse to make for yourself. Now, I'm in the file because of, but when he in the files, you know what? He's guilty. All right. He guilty because of association. But when you in the file, Whoopi, Joy, I'm so sick of y'all. I know that's all from the representatives and the Democrats over there, but I'm just tired. Who y'all think y'all are? You're mad about the border being closed. You're mad about anything you could be mad about. You done made up stuff to be mad about. Y'all are a bunch of lying, deceiving wonders. That's who y'all are. Liars, deceivers, you're lovers of your own self. You don't care about none of the American people. Now one of y'all that stayed out of this State of the Union address, you don't care nothing about the people. And I pray to God that everything y'all sowing, y'all gonna reap this stuff.
Politics is looking like theater right now, y'all. Seriously, it's a whole lot going on. Boycotting a state union. If you think, the speech is terrible, show up and look unimpressed. But not showing up, that feels like retreat. And voters don't like retreat energy. They don't. They like fight energy. Right or wrong, that's reality. And when a fight shows up on the other side, the optics matter. Now, I want y'all to, my fault, y'all. Come on, you Twitter, get with me. I want y'all to watch the counter moment.
No pueden encarcelarnos a todas. No pueden encarcelarnos a todas.
Oh, wow.
No pueden encarcelarnos a todas.
Wow.
Hey. Woo! Okay. I think I did okay. Music. You did amazing. Yes. Woo. You get an A. I don't give grades though. We just go on vibes, and the vibes were immaculate.
Oh wow!
Thank you very much.
They just admitted it. They go on vibes. I did say politics was theater earlier, didn't I? If your counter programming looks small, the narrative grows big, and this whole night was narrative. Trump points, half the room sits, some walk out, some boycott, some call them racist. Then outside, questions about black voters. That's not coincidence. That's collision. They out here, they got to sing through the pain. This wasn't about speech, y'all. This was not about one chant or one middle finger. It was about vibe shift, doop, 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 vibe shift, doop, 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 doop. And when black Americans start asking who's actually listening to us, that's not, tremor. That's, how do I say, tectonic. Because clicks come from curiosity, but movements come from identity. And identity is shifting. Which is why we've used this word before, but I ain't got time to be coming up with more. If you made it to the end of this video, write the word shift. Y'all be safe. Go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life, all right? Peace.